Hello and welcome to AFC Game by Game. First of all, I just want to apologise for last week not doing my review on the Wigan match. I'm sorry if I disappointed any of you fans out there. I've been very busy over the Christmas period doing Christmas shopping, etc., meeting family. It has been very hard for me. I do apologise for that. Hopefully I can make up for it in this game review. I really hope you enjoy it. Okay, so starting off, we went off with a very strong team. Walcott was again playing in his preferred centre-forward position. I was really looking forward to seeing him play there. At the start of the game, both Newcastle and Arsenal had a fair amount of chances. That Newcastle actually could have gone up in within the first 10 minutes. Bar header just went over the top of the goal. I think Chesney had that covered because he didn't really go for it and he just saw it go over the top of the goal. I think that was a bit of a let-off for us though, because if we continue to let them do that, they definitely would have punished us, which they kind of did later on in the game. But it was very limited for the first 20 minutes. And then Podolski made a great turn on his man, threaded it through to Walcott, who tucked it just inside the post. It was a great goal for him. I think he was making a statement there saying that he was a centre-forward, he wanted to play in the centre-forward position, and that he should be regarded as a centre-forward and not a winger. But it was great for him. I was really happy for Walcott for him to get his goal. And I was confident that we would maybe go on and score 3 or 4 more goals and definitely put this game to bed, which unfortunately we didn't. We conceded a goal just before half-time. Demba Ba, he was a free kick, kind of a lucky goal in my opinion. Came off the top of Jack Wilshere's head. I think Chesney would have had it covered had it not taken a deflection. I feel sorry for Jack Wilshere, being an Arsenal fan. It must have been very hard for him to see that go in off of his head. I know how I'd feel if that happened to me, but unfortunately it didn't really cost us. But I'd have thought 1-1 going into half-time, just conceding before half-time, we'd have gone in with with a big low in our confidence, and maybe Newcastle could have come out and really punished us. But that's not what happened. We came out and Chamberlain scored a really good goal just outside the penalty area. That was right in the corner of goal. Krul was nowhere near it. I was really pleased for him. I think he played really well today. I was a bit sad to see him go off, but his crosses were a bit lacklustre. Anyway, moving on towards the end of the game, Marvo scored in the 59th minute. There definitely should have been more man marking going on there. I think if we let more defensive mistakes like that happen, bigger teams like Man United, Man City, Chelsea, etc. will punish us. We got some let-offs today, thankfully. But if we do that against bigger teams, we will be in big trouble because they will punish us. We need a new defensive rock. I don't know if it's because Mertzak was missing, but I actually thought Koscielny had a really good game today. I like seeing him play every so often. Anyway, going on further into the game, it was now 2-2, and I think every Arsenal fan was a bit worried. And we were 60 minutes in, and Podolski just got a really, I wouldn't say it was lucky. I mean, we were attacking them and harrying them like crazy, and the ball bounced off the crossbar, and Podolski, all he had to do was nod it in, which he did. Quite a simple goal, but it put us 3-2 up. That was brilliant. But then again, in the 70th minute, Gibbs was not marking Demba Ba, which is something that you really should have been doing. Unfortunately, he didn't. He was behind Demba Ba, not in front of him. Vermaelen was telling him to get in front of Ba, which he didn't. Maybe if he was in front of him, he'd have got the ball away. In fact, he'd have definitely got the ball away, but he didn't. He just let Ba get the ball, and it was a good volley from him to put in the back of the net. But Gibbs really has to work on that, and maybe a new left back in January is a must. But I don't want to see Gibbs dropped. I think we need more cover, because if Gibbs is injured, we've got Santos playing, and frankly, he's not up to the job. He's not fit to play in that position, really. Going on towards the end now, we were in the 70th minute, and Walcott put us 4-3 up. He scored the winner. It was great for him. He had now scored a brace. I think every Arsenal fan was happy for him. I think it was just so good for him to get on the score sheet. And then Olivier Giroud came on for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ramsey came on, so did Coquelin. Yeah, I was happy to see Ramsey get some game time. He's been given a lot of criticism lately, unfairly in my opinion. He's only 22. He had a horrific injury and he can only get better, which he kind of proved today. He played some really good football today for the time he was on. Anyway, Walcott had now dropped to the right, considering Giroud had just come on, and he'd crossed the ball in really well from a really tight angle for Giroud to nod home. That was a really good goal. And then shortly later after that, we were just dominating Newcastle. Giroud scored another goal with his weak foot on the right and tucked that right in the corner of the net. That was a really good powerful shot from him, especially on his weaker foot. I was really happy for him, and I thought maybe we could have 2 hat-tricks. But then after that, we took a short corner, and I think, actually no, it was a free kick, sorry, and Walcott made a statement that he wanted to get his hat-trick. He took it around about 3 or 4 men. He fell over, could have claimed the penalty. He didn't. He got straight back up and chipped it over a crawl, which was this lovely striker's finish, a Thierry Henry kind of goal. Ran around the net. He was. I think every Arsenal fan was so happy for him to get his hat-trick, and I just want to see him play in that position much more often. And I do have good news for Arsenal fans. He has. It looks like he's going to agree a new deal with Arsenal. Piers Morgan. I don't know if this is a reliable source. It's probably not, but Piers Morgan has just said he's spoken to Walcott in the changing rooms, and it looks like he's going to stay. And I can't help but feel Demba Ba is set to join us. I've heard a lot of rumours about him joining us, but when I was at the game today, I noticed that he and Chesney and a few other fans were getting really chatty. Like, they were talking like they'd known each other for ages, which is weird. He didn't really celebrate when they scored. In fact, he kissed our pitch, which was a bit odd as well. Anyway, I think he'd be a good signing. Now we're coming into January. We do have a tough game against Southampton. That's when the January transfer window opens. Please leave your comments below of who you'd like to see us sign. I think Bar would be an excellent signing. We were also being linked with Arda Turan. He'd be a very good signing. Anyway, thanks for watching this. This has been AFC Game by Game. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye.